What is the most boring part of your job? As for me, it is documentation. Yes, I know. So documentation makes a lot of value for our companies, customers, and so on. And of course, without documentation, you can't do anything. But let's speak frankly. So it's as for me. So it's so boring to type with Word documents. And if you work in a big enterprise, so you have many documents, you must fill out every types of forms, checklists, and so on. And if you work as a consultant, so if when you come to a customer, so you must take a snapshot what was before you came, what did you do, what was the output of the comments you did, and what is the result of the comments. So it's always a lot of things to do in the documentation, and it's rather manual. I'm searching for a way how to automate my documentation. And what I found, I asked by my fellow data scientist, yes, and he heard it correct. Data science has a solution for the documentation problem. And I will show you this solution, as at least it helps us to automate documentation. So let's check a look. So data scientists, they use their special programming language called R, just one letter R. And they have their own IDE, integrated development environment, called RStudio. And they have their own documentation format called R Markdown. What's different with this format? It's not just dead documentation like Microsoft Word or something like, so it's live documentation. You can make comments into the documentation, they will be executed, and you get a document after that. So I'll try to show you. This is an RStudio you see on my screen, and let's create R Markdown. As you see, it can be output, can be HTML, PDF, Word, or even PowerPoint if you like to have it, but we will start with just PDF. No name. So, and this is default template just to see what is there. So here we have a button with, as for me, it's cryptic name knit, but if I do it, so it will ask me for a file name and okay, and it will generate a PDF file with, for example, some data and some graph. But I would like to automate my IBMAIX documentation, not any R things. So let's say it would be IBMAIX checklist. I want to do. I don't need all of these things. It's checklist. So, and what I would like to do is to connect to my remote IBMAIX server to issue some comments and get the output back to into my documentation. So we will add here some parameters. Which server? So, and what is remote user of the server? And some internal magic. I want to have several environment variables in my bash script. So, and it will be our user params remote user. And let's do it quite easy. So we are making a checklist and we want to get lpar configuration from the lpar, and it is the command lpar start -I. So now we make some magic. Sorry, Okay, now it works. So we create a new block, and described as a bash block. We want to execute shell script, and the script is rather easy. We'll go to our server and execute helper start -i. So here it is, the whole document, and let's compile it. And you see, we've got PDF with some, we executed command helper start -i. So, and this is output. It shows also the command name, and I don't like to see the name. So I need to add something here, to change something here. So here is echo true, and it means that it echoed the command. So, and I will set it to false. And now it shouldn't show me the command. Yeah. And I see just the output in my documentation. And we can add several more information the same way as we did. Now, don't forget to write bash, because the default interpreter for such block is R itself. It's not. I think it's very easy and straightforward to create such server documentation using this R Markdown. I see checklist with helper configuration, with some server configuration, network devices, and so on. And very important thing for me, so it is just a text file, and it is just saved as a text file. You can save it in your Git repository and implement into your pipeline. So, and I will show you now how to do it. Not from the IDE. So from IDE is just a button, but usually I want to automate. It means I want to create more documents, and let's say inside of some script or something like, not using this IDE. So save as. I need to change document. And I hope I'll find it. Here it is. Yes. You see, it's the same document, just text file, nothing else. So, and let's, if we want to make it from the command line, we should use not very easy command line. So it specifies which file would we like to use, and we would like to have PDF document, and we want to make it for server. First the same server, and save it. Output file IBMAIX checklist 1 PDF. And if I did everything correct, as it looks like I did everything correct. So it executed all the commands and created a PDF file. Oops. And this is the PDF report which was created. So I would like to make it for another server. I just change the parameter. And here it is. The second one is for another server. And of course I can make something like for loop and do the same. So okay, we'll type R script -e R Markdown, and it creates 2 new documents. And so you can do it for the whole environment, for example. It will take some time, of course, to make so many SSH connections, but we did it. And it was just as easy because it is bash scripts, nothing else, and it has rather limited support for scripts. If you want to make it a little bit more with graphs and so on, so you will need to learn R. It's not the biggest problem. I think I will show you. So this is, for example, I tried to make the same with R language. So it's SSH session to another and the same commands, and then came R magic, and we have, for example, a diagram with file system sizes. Here it is. We built. We have one volume and several file systems, not just as list, but with pictures. So, oops. I hope it can help you to automate your documentation, or at least give you some ideas how it can be done with modern tools, and just very easy and very nice. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, give a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Bye-bye.